Welcome to Mindset Monday, where your excuses come to die. This is the Bad Influence podcast, the one they warn you about because they knew it will wake up the version of you they're afraid of. I'm Jordan Banderas, and I'm not here to comfort your weakness. I'm here to provoke your strength. So if you're tired of your mind running wild, tired of overthinking yourself into paralysis, tired of performing instead of existing, this is your call to wake the hell up. Because today, we're breaking the addiction that destroys authenticity more than fear ever could. The addiction to praise. Oh, I know, today's gonna be a good one. So let me start by punching the truth into your ribs. Oh yes, we're going there. You are not controlled by the people who judge you. No, you are not. You are controlled by the people you desperately want to impress. Praise feels like sunlight, doesn't it? Warm, comforting, validating. But here's the part nobody tells you. The second you rely on praise, you're owned by it. Yes, you are. You absolutely are. Look at some social media influencers and tell me that I'm not wrong. So let me ask you something raw, something most people avoid until it breaks them. Whose praise are you still chasing? A parent who never clapped, a partner who never saw you, a crowd that will notice if you disappear tomorrow? Good questions, right? And only you can find those answers. But here's the thing. You don't chase praise because it feels good. No, it doesn't feel good. You chase praise because you once survived on it. Somewhere along the way, praise became your oxygen, and you never learned to breathe without it. But let me tell you a blunt truth. Yes, let's go blunt, full on blunt, right? You will never feel free until silence stops feeling like rejection. Because the moment silence feels like abandonment, you've begun performing for approval instead of living for truth. How many of you have done that, right? Oh, I used to do this all the freaking time. And with that said, let's get personal. There was a long stretch of my life where I didn't realize how deeply praise owned me. And when I say owned, I mean possessed, ruled, directed like a puppet on strings. Because here's what happened. Growing up, nobody praised me for anything. No one bragged about me. No one highlighted my strengths. No one cared enough to clap. Silence wasn't a moment. It was the soundtrack of my existence. And that silence was a wound. Deep, invisible, infectious. And I see a lot of you having this fucking wound on your souls. So when the world finally gave me the smallest drop of praise, a smile, a compliment, a good job, it hit my system like water hitting cracked earth. I soaked it up. I relied on it. I built my worth around it. I didn't see the danger. Not yet. I thought I'd finally found what I'd been missing. But slowly, praise morphed from inspiration into dependency. And dependency metastasized into identity. Oh yes, it's like a cancer, unfortunate cancer for the soul. I became someone who wouldn't move unless someone noticed, wouldn't speak unless someone approved, wouldn't try unless someone promised applause. I wasn't living, I was auditioning. I morphed into whatever people liked, whatever made them comfortable, whatever earned me the next little hit of validation. And people love that version of me because he wasn't honest, he wasn't bold, he wasn't real, he was digestible, predictable, approved. But he wasn't me. No, he wasn't. And deep down, I knew it. Yes, I did. Every time a smile praised me, a piece of me died. Because I knew they were not clapping for me. They were clapping for the mask. Yes, they were. They were clapping for the mask. And right now, especially with social media, with how you can make money off of social media, you are doing the exact same thing. Maybe not you, but you know somebody that is doing that right now. That is trying to become the influencer for whatever reason, and they just want the money. So they start to actually audition until they get the likes, the views, and the money. So let me ask you something that is going to make you question everything. You ever notice you live two lives? The real you and the you think people want? And guess what? Which one wins most days? Not the real one, not the raw one, not the powerful one. The artificially edited one. That's the one that wins. That version always wins until the real you starts suffocating. You shift your tone to be liked. You soften your truth so it doesn't offend. You shrink your passion so it doesn't intimidate. And every time you do, you trade authenticity for applause. That applause feels sweet. Oh, yes, it does, but it's expensive. And the price? Oh, the price. Just in case you didn't know what's the price of this, the price is you. I remember a moment like a scar carved into my rib cage. I had done something meaningful, something I was genuinely proud of, and nobody said anything. Yeah, nobody. No praise, no recognition, just silence. And instead of feeling accomplished, I felt worthless. That was the moment I realized praise wasn't a compliment, it was a leash. And I was tightening it around my own neck. I wasn't waiting for applause, I was starving for it. There was a night I don't talk about often. A quiet night, a small night. One of those nights where the world is still, but your mind is screaming. I remember sitting alone in the dark. No noise, no distractions, no audience to impress. And for the first time, the silence didn't feel empty. It felt scary. Because without the noise, without the claps, without someone else's eyes on me, I realized I didn't know who the hell I was without praise holding me together. It happens, this happens, and a lot of you are actually doing this. You're losing yourself for praise. But here's the thing, my identity wasn't built, it was borrowed. And in that quiet moment, I felt something I had avoided my whole life. Grief. Oh yes, grief for the real me. The me I had abandoned in exchange for applause. That's when it finally hit me. The silence wasn't rejecting me. It was introducing me to the version of myself I never met. That's why I love solitude. That's why I love silence. And I know that a lot of you don't like to do this, but it's something that you have to do in order for you to find out who the hell you are. So let me give you a truth you won't forget. If you need praise, you can be controlled. Praise is the world's easiest leash. It tells you who to be, how to act, what to say, what to hide. The version of you that needs validation is the version that everyone can manipulate. But the version of you that doesn't need praise, oh, he's dangerous. He's unpredictable. He's untamed. He's free. And that's what you want to be in life, free and dangerous. So let's get deeper. Oh yes, we have to go deeper so you understand this. This is my radical perspective on this. You're not addicted to praise. You're addicted to feeling enough. Praise just became the fastest way to feel that. But praise doesn't heal emptiness. It distracts from it. It hides the wound. It doesn't close it. And hiding a wound is not the same as healing it. You've been trying to fix internal abandonment with external approval, and it will never work. It didn't work for me, and I have never seen anybody being able to accomplish this. If you look at the people that have made it to a certain level that you want to be in, that have done this, that just wait for the praise, look at their lives. They literally drown their sorrows in alcohol, in drugs, or on drugs, on whatever, in drugs and all of that. And they're not happy because they had to pretend. They had to put on this mask and they had to pretend. So they're sad inside. And I don't want you to go through this, especially again with social media, because social media makes things worse. Unless you are your true self. Now, for me, and I want you to try this, for me, the shift came the day I finally asked myself a question that scared the hell out of me. Who am I when nobody's watching? I didn't know the answer, not even a little, because I had lived for so long in performance that I didn't know my true voice. I wasn't a man, I was a mirror, reflecting whatever people wanted to see. A ghost wearing a costume. A soul wrapped in expectations. And that day, I decided the mask had to die. That's a decision that you're going to have to make at one point in your life if you want to be truly fulfilled. Killing the need for praise doesn't happen in one dramatic moment. It happens decision by decision. Doing things without telling anyone, achieving without announcing, growing without broadcasting, setting boundaries without explaining them, holding standards without begging people to understand. Because praiseless action is where self-respect is born. And the more you act without applause, the more you learn to clap for yourself, which is something that I honestly believe we have forgotten how to do. When you stop needing praise, you become untouchable. You stop bending. You stop performing. You stop filtering your truth to make others comfortable. You start existing raw, authentic, unfiltered. You speak without fear of backlash. Act without fear of silence. Create without fear of judgment. You stop asking to be seen and you start seeing yourself. And ironic as hell, the moment you stop needing attention is the moment people start paying attention. Why? Because you don't care if they look at you. You just do your own thing and people are like, oh my gosh, he's doing his own thing. I want to be like that. Why is he so special? But let's go even deeper. Deeper than psychology, deeper than behavior, because this is spiritual, this is existential. Because at the root of needing praise is the belief, oh yeah, there's a belief behind this. There's a belief that your worth must be externally confirmed. But worth isn't a group decision. Worth is inherent. internal, unshakable. The universe didn't ask for a second opinion when it made you. You wanting one now is the one speaking, not your truth. You know what performance does? It makes you betray yourself in small, invisible ways. Ways nobody sees, but you feel. Every time you shrink your truth, you cheat pieces of your soul. Yes, you do. Every time you silence your identity, you bury your own power. Every time you perform for applause, you suffocate the real you a little more. And here's the twist most people miss. Your ego loves praise. Ego feeds off of it. Ego thrives on it. Ego grows from it. But ego cannot survive silence. And that's why silence feels like death. Your ego is dying, not your identity. The real you is born in silence. Your heart, though, your heart doesn't want praise. Your heart wants truth. Your heart wants purpose. Your heart wants alignment. Praise is the fast food of the soul. Quick hit, no nourishment, but authenticity. Authenticity is the meal that finally feeds you. You cannot build a real identity from applause because applause is inconsistent, unstable, conditional, and anything built on conditions collapses the moment they shift. Identity must be built from truth, not from compliments. I heard these two quotes a while back. One is, the greatest despair is being someone you are not. The other one is, the greatest suffering is resisting who you truly are. And here you are, caught between the two, becoming someone for them while abandoning someone for you. Think about that. You cannot become yourself while performing for others. No, you cannot. Let's be honest. So let me ask you something raw. When was the last time you made a decision you didn't announce? When was the last time you did something for your soul, not your audience? When was the last time you were real without checking who was watching? If that question hurts, good. That's your awakening. And it's time for you to find the answers to those questions. So starting today, choose one thing, just one thing today. Just choose one thing today that you will do without applause. Say the truth even if nobody claps. Hold the boundary even if nobody understands. Move forward even if nobody notices. Your freedom begins where performance ends. So stop refreshing your worth through other people's reactions. Stop depending on approval to feel alive. Stop begging for affirmation to justify your existence. Break the habit. Break the leash. Break the dependency. I know it's going to be hard, but it can be done. If you want to be free, you must kill the need for praise. Not reduce it, not manage it, not soften it. Kill it. Because the world doesn't become yours when they clap. It becomes yours when you stop needing them to. Walk forward, not for validation, not for recognition, not for applause. Walk forward because your soul decided it was done performing. Walk forward because silence no longer scares you. Walk forward because the real you finally deserves to breathe. Let the silence be the loudest proof that you finally became free. And remember, the choice is yours. And that's it for today. If this hit your chest like a hammer, good. That's your soul choosing truth over applause. Hit that subscribe button so you never miss the next evolution. Share this with someone still performing for a crowd that doesn't even know their name. This is the Bad Influence Podcast. Until next time, think sharper, live louder, never settle, and remember, your freedom depends on it. Have a great day, everyone.